Hey everybody, what's going on? Clay with Blue Moon Art Design, Thor Hammers. Thor Hammers is under the Blue Moon umbrella. Anyway, what I'm going to do is, people are asking me how do I do these things, so every now and then I'll do a how-to video. So that's what I'm doing this time. I have this MJOLNER here, and I made it for a guy a few years ago, and I wrapped it with this handle. This was on there, and it was really a nice handle. I mean, nothing wrong with it at all. Really nice. But the guy, I had made another one just like this for a friend of his. Bought one for a friend of his, and I wrapped the handle more of the comic book style, where it's just random, one leather, no pattern. And he liked it so much that he said, "I want you to do mine that way." So he sent it back to me and asked me to go ahead and wrap it. So what I'm going to do is, this is pretty simple wrap, but I'm going to go ahead and walk you through the process. Now what I do is, I've got the wood here, and this is permanently embedded in the head, and then I've got black leather here, and what I've done is I pre-sprayed this with an adhesive already, with a spray adhesive. So I got this little piece on the bottom, and I go ahead and I just affix that, and what I do is I actually slice this around so it fits, so it goes down around the bottom of it. So you put it on, and then it goes like that, so it fits around it. See? So now it just fits all the way around it. Okay. Now I take the piece here, and this is where you got to be careful where you want the seam, because you don't want the seam in a bad spot. And I take this, and like I said, I pre-glued all this, and I just simply stick it down on there and give it a little bit of a stretch. That's fine. And then I just run it down on there. You try to keep it straight as possible, but it doesn't matter, because you're going to be cutting it anyway. And then you just roll it as you're stretching it. Stretch it right on around. Try to keep it as close to the head as you can. Stretch it just right on around till it overlaps the other piece, like so. Okay, you see it's all overlapped there. Then what you do is, and I didn't bring it, so let me go grab it real quick. You use a scalpel to go ahead and make sure that it's really nice and clean, and you use some embossing tools, some burnishing tools. These you can get at Tandy Leather. I actually have some that are made of bone that I use, which actually works very well. So what you do is you go down in here and you kind of burnish that a little bit so it gets right down in there. Now what you got to do is, where there's an overlap on this, that's where you're going to cut, and you're going to cut through both pieces at the same time. What I recommend is these little scalpels. Now I bought a bunch of these on eBay. You get the handle, and then you got the blades. These are number 20 scalpel blades, and I highly recommend these. I go through these like water, but they're excellent. And you simply take it and slide it on there and push it down, and it locks in. Now you've got a sharp scalpel blade. Now what you do is you just freehand this right here. What you got to do is make sure that you overlap, that you're cutting through both pieces of leather, because what will happen is, when you cut through both pieces of leather, then it's an exact match. Instead of trying to cut one and cut two and get them to match, you have like this. So you cut both of them, then you peel the top one off, then you peel it back and you peel the bottom off, and when you lay them down, then the leather matches exactly. So in theory, that's what happens. So that's what I'm going to do. You just push it in there really hard, and you go slow with this. You don't got to go real fast, because the leather is going to want to move on you a little bit. This is a little thinner leather, so I got to be a little careful with it. And I'm real close on my overlap here, so I really got to be careful there. Like I said, the leather wants to move on you a little bit. See, I got there, so you got to catch that overlap there. You peel that part off. That's good. And you go down underneath and you peel off the other part that you cut. And if you did it right, it should come out the first time, but sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But there it comes. That's good. Another piece right there. That's good. See, I didn't have much there. Now, what I usually do is I'll take some CA glue, good old CA glue, and come in there and put some CA glue right in that joint. Right in there. Okay, that CA glue, and you roll it all back together. Try not to get it on your fingers, which happens sometimes. Then you use your burnishing tool and you just rub it till it's nice and even. Now sometimes it gets exactly perfect, sometimes it doesn't. So you just got to work with it a little bit till you learn how to play with it. This is a little bit thinner leather, so it turned out okay. I'm just going in there okay. So that's what you do there. Then you got this bottom part, okay? So you have some excess there. So what you simply do is you just go around with your, and I usually cut it right off at the top of the surface there. Okay, and a little bit of CA glue right there. Now we've got the super thin CA glue too that you can use. It's like water. That works pretty well too. Okay, so that's on there. Now you take your strap, which is your handle down here, your handle strap. Okay, now you take that and you get it fixed to which way you want it. You got to be aware if you want it this way or this way, because it's the way you carry the hammer. You carry it if you want it facing this way, then you want the loop around this like that. So anyway, you get the idea. So basically, again, you just take your CA glue, put it on both of the sides of this, and what I've done is I've actually skived these edges so they're a little bit thinner. Okay, and you simply put those on there where you want them. And I usually have some masking tape here that I use to hold it on, but for the purposes of what I'm doing here, I don't have any masking tape. So it'll work. It will work. So anyway, there, I got the handle on there now. Now normally I let this set for a little longer, but I don't want this video to go on forever, so. Now what we do is I've got random strips of leather here. This leather's a little bit flexible. Okay, you can get some leathers that are really firm and durable. This is just some deer skin hide actually that I got. And I just cut strips of it. Didn't worry about how thick they were, how thin they were. So I just use that. Now this has a little flexibility. This here is a kangaroo skin. Really nice leather too. I'm saving this piece. Stingray. I got some Stingray. This is really nice too. But anyway, you get the idea. You can use different leathers. So what I usually do is I'll usually start and I'll do a pre-wrap on there where I take a look at it and see what I want to do. So let me see if I can get the camera a little closer here so you can see what I'm doing actually. I'll get this stood up here. Okay, here we go. So basically what I do is I actually lay it down and I'll start and I'll do a pre-wrap on it where it's over to the side here. Let me turn this a little bit so you can see it. Okay. Oh, that didn't work. Sorry, I'm not really prepped to do a video here, but anyway. So like I said, I'll do a pre-wrap, and I start at the top and I just hold it there, and I don't glue it or anything. And then when I pull it, I actually stretch it a little bit. Now I just do a random wrap here. Like I said, there's no rhyme or reason, and I'm not really trying to create any kind of a pattern to it. I'm actually going down and then back up again to give it some crisscross patterns on it that, like I said, I'm really not trying to do a pattern on it. I'm just doing random. Now when it sits there and it finishes off, you simply grab another piece and just hold it there and just go ahead and wrap right around. It adds to the, sometimes when you get other pieces showing, it adds to the authenticity of the look on it. And it doesn't matter if you leave a little bit of the black showing, that's kind of fine. Some people kind of prefer that. So it's just wrapping like that, and then you grab your third piece, and I kind of know how many pieces I need because I've done enough of these. And then you just kind of back on around. Now this piece, you got to make sure you have enough, because this is the one that's covering the straps on the handle. So you got to make sure that you get enough to go right down on the bottom here and cover that very bottom edge. And then you just bring it back up. And there you go. That's how to do that handle wrap. Like I said, that's pretty simple. It's a random process. You don't really worry about making it pretty. Now what I'll do is I'll take one more smaller piece and fill in right up at the top here to clean that up, and that'll be it. So now I'm going to go ahead and use, basically what I use is I just use regular wood glue here. And as I'm wrapping this, what I'll be doing is I'll be taking the glue and painting the glue on this as I wrap it. So once it's on there, it's glued on there and it's there to stay. So anyway, I will do this and I will take some pictures and throw them in the end of the video so you can see what it looks like when it's all completely done. But that's it. That's a handle wrap, and that's a wrap. Remember, www.thorhammers.com, www.bluemoonartdesigns.com. Our YouTube channel is Eaglewood TC. That's like Eaglewood, Tom Charlie. And basically, I'm going to start showing off some other work here that we got going on and try to give you guys a hand. If you've got any questions, throw them in the comment box below, or just come see us at our websites. There should be one up here, and there's an email down here, and we'll get back with you as soon as we can. But otherwise, you guys have a blessed day. Remember, He's the King. Jesus Christ is Lord. So give Him the glory for everything. All right, brothers and sisters, be good, and we'll be with you later.